Hi, Capricorn. Welcome into your reading. Welcome in, welcome in. We're going to do the last few days of September going into the first week of October. So, this is going to be post-eclipse season. So, if anybody handled it with care, it would have definitely have been you and the cardinal signs. I feel like you've been rolling with the punches, even though that's something that's not you. That's what this eclipse was teaching you to do, to roll with the punches, all right? Because although you are that type of person that's like methodical, slow, persistent, getting that thing that you want, and you will, you're just now applying different tools that are going to help you along the way. Something that you're not typically used to, like, I don't know, intuition. I'm sure you've always trusted your intuition, but now this is different. It's like 60% of you already knows what you can do and you believe in yourself, and the other 40% is the work. So it's like less work, less effort, more output, more productivity. I hope that's making sense. All right, what's the situation for my Capricorns, please? I also feel like you guys are coming in from out of the cold with a relationship or a person or a job. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, you definitely are at some weird crossroads. At least that's what I'm feeling for you. You have the Seven of Pentacles at I was going to say at the bottom of the deck. The bottom of the deck is the Three of Wands, which I'll get to. You're pausing and you're reflecting. You built a marriage. You built a commitment. You built a career. You built a job situation. You built something here. You invested a lot of money in this project. You invested time and energy in this person. But now you're like, I don't give a shit that all these years went by. I think I might take one of these pentacles and go plant it somewhere else. I think the grass is looking greener somewhere else. Yes, the grass is green where you water it. Yes. But now you're starting to think to yourself, well, shit. I think I might want to plant that seed somewhere else and water over there. Because you're also waiting for something to come in. Some kind of result, some kind of person come to talk to you. Maybe some offer from a job. I don't know, but I see a backstab, a betrayal, and an ending. Maybe perhaps this has something to do with a lover, but I see you being stuck. Make no mistake, the lover is in the upright position. Your lover is not your boyfriend and your girlfriend. Your lover is your lover. But there's a profound bond and a connection there. It's why you haven't let them go, or they have not let you go. So I don't know if you're considering making the lover something serious now. Let me tell you, everyone's going through changes. Everyone in the collective. So that means everybody in your external environment is also changing, Capricorn. What's coming in towards my Capricorns, please? I see you. I know you're torn. I can feel it. It's just one card, but I know I can feel it. Crazy lady. Someone's rushing in to communicate, whether that's you or them. And when this statement comes blurting out of their mouth, you decide to basically retract your energy, go within, and make a wise decision regarding the situation. See, the other person, though, might freak out. They might not know what you're up to, and they might think you've left them, you've dissed them. I don't know. That's what they're going to think. Because somebody comes in and says, I want a divorce. I want to get married. I want to quit. I definitely quit. Or this is what I want, or I leave. It's one of these kind of energies. And that might have already happened, Capricorn, and it's at the back of your head. But this is the reason why you're going to start to retract your energy with the Hermit card. With Virgo, by the way. See, the thing is, it's making you stuck. You're like, well, I can't really, get divorced. I have kids. I have money tied up. If I leave, shit's going to go sideways. You feel stuck. You feel in jail. You feel in prison, though. In your marriage, in your commitment, in your job, in your career. The thing is, with the Eight of Swords, either you haven't come up with an idea on how to get out of your situation, or you're just not making those tough choices. And let me tell you, yes, they're tough, but you're really not stuck. That's why I say that. See, the Eight of Swords, you could wiggle out of those binds. You could take off the blindfold. You're going to see the swords are not in front of you. They're behind you, and they're in here. It's mental jail. It's just a matter of you realizing that, you know what? I have choices. They might not be good ones. They might be very hard ones, but I do have choices eventually. What is it that Capricorn doesn't see coming their way? Six of Cups, Three of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups, and the Queen of Wands. Well, whether this is you or your person, this is the mistress, the Mr. Third Party, the lover. It looks like you're going to have an honest conversation and you're going to put your cards on the table. I do see you having unrequited love here for someone, Capricorn. Or maybe they for you. I don't know. I think you're going through a process. I really do. I'll go back to the back of the deck in a second. So let me talk about what's happening to you during the week. See, someone is coming towards you to have a heart-to-heart conversation. All right? They're going to be like, let's go for a coffee. Let's go for a drink. I need to talk to you about my feelings and blah, blah, blah. See, this could be a third-party situation or they want to collaborate with you. We'll see when we clarify. But this is definitely somebody from your recent past. So either this is closure that they want or they want to close this chapter and leave it behind. But I definitely think it's either third party or they want to collaborate with you. But what I'm looking at the bottom of the deck with the Queen of Wands and the Ace of Swords, I see unrequited love. I see putting cards on the table. I see maybe potentially an air sign. Doesn't have to be an air sign. They could be just somebody who doesn't scream the I love yous. But you're healing. And while you're healing, you're not feeling. And you're like, why should I be feeling right now? This is my healing process. This is my me time. I got to do this so I can make right choices. The Hermit card. Four of Swords. So you're kind of resisting or deflecting or pushing people back so you could do you to make your right choices. But here's what's coming. Get ready. All right. Let's see what the advice is. What's the advice here for Capricorn, please? Queen of Swords. What's this? And Ten of Cups. Woo la la. All right. So obviously there's somebody lingering around your life, right? That you could potentially be in a happy relationship with, you know, a happy couplehood. Or if this is work related, in a happy environment where you like your coworkers, they like you, it's the right vibe, it's the right place, and all of that stuff. But in your advice, it's talking about you rationalize something. Seriously, be logical here. You know what? Lift the sword and have a gentle conversation here with somebody, or use it to slice and dice the thing that's not working for you. The thing that no longer, you know, is assisting you in your growth or your evolution, Capricorn. It's saying you could be very happy here with somebody. We'll see when we clarify. What's the outcome? Of the week, please, for Capricorn. What's the outcome? Look at the Wheel of Fortune working for you. And the Nine of Pentacles. All right, the Wheel of Fortune talks about luck on your side. Maybe things falling apart or falling out for you. You're like, that doesn't seem lucky to me. Abso-freaking-lutely it is, Capricorn. Let me tell you. This, especially in your outcome, is a blessing in disguise. All of this noise, all of this commotion, this person, that person, this situation coming up in your face, you know, giving you these ultimatums or pushing you in a specific direction, they're all happening for a reason. It's so your life doesn't stagnate. It is so you can evolve. It is so you can grow. It is so your life does move forward and doesn't stagnate. I see you back here, Nine of Pentacles, being financially independent if you're out there on your own, or, you know, you being single as a tasty little Pringle, but you taking action, because I see happiness coming in. Let me tell you, the fact that this is closing up this chapter is also going to make you kind of happy. I hate to say it, but something will eventually die off and a new thing will come in. And that is love. It's not here yet, but it's definitely coming. And I think looking at these cards, from what I'm understanding, Capricorn, you are adjusting. And you are rolling and are flowing and rolling with the punches. You're healing, not feeling. Your process is working. What is the Seven of Pentacles, please? What is the Seven of Pentacles, please? Ugh, that was not good. Let me shuffle one more time, guys. Okay, that feels good. Capricorn, thank you. See? They all like chatty. Let's talk about Capricorn. I want to talk about my Capricorn. What's happening with my friends? All right, the Sun and the Eight of Pentacles and Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. See, in your situation where you're pausing and reflecting, taking that one pentacle and planting it somewhere else, this is kind of making you happy. I mean, you're in your happiest element when everything is working and everything is flowing, right? But over here with this Eight of Pentacles, you kind of do got to look up. You kind of got to be like, yes, you're earning all this money. Yes, you're earning all these kudos. You're earning all these, accomplishments with the Eight of Pentacles. You're earning like stars in your relationship, star stickers in your relationship, but look up, because you're so focused on churning away that you're not seeing like, okay, I've reached a peak. I reached a plateau. I think it's time to move on. But this is showing me something about marriage and commitment. Commitment is like going to college and getting a degree. Commitment is, you're an athlete and you get devoted to your sport and you go to the gym and you do all these things so you can get to the Olympics. Commitment is courting and dating a person and, you introduce them to friends and family and then you eventually get engaged. This is what this is, the Hierophant. It's something typical. It's orthodox that drives you to a commitment. And underneath is a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. A lot of attraction, chemistry. This person's here for you, but something else is making you feel left out in the cold because it's reached a peak and a plateau. Interesting. Capricorn, it almost feels like somebody's forcing your hand. What is the Hermit card and the Knight of Swords, please? I think somebody says something to you, Capricorn. And honestly, I don't know if they ghosted you after that or if you ghosted them, because the Seven of Swords is here, unless this is an affair. But somebody's ghosting somebody. Again, forcing your hand. Somebody rushed and says, you know what? I don't know if this is working. And ghost. And you're like, or they're saying, or they give you an ultimatum like, either this is what we're doing or we're done here, because what are we doing? Because how much more breadcrumbs can either of us accept here in this situation? What's breadcrumbs, guys? It's when somebody texts you like every other day, or they text you and, they text back 5 hours later, or you don't pick up the phone and talk to each other. It's like text, and then when you see each other, it's not evolving in that kind of way. Anyway, so this is kind of what's happening, Capricorn, and it's making you feel like you're stuck. What is the Three of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, and the Six of Cups, please? All right. The Knight of Pentacles. See, somebody does come forward and says, I want to have a heart-to-heart conversation with you in regards to the recent past. I do want to collaborate with you. I do want to work with you. Third-party situation. And you start moving slowly but cautiously. It could also be closure. I'm not going to lie. Because somebody here is walking away. They're like, well, this isn't emotionally satisfying. This is like one-way love. The hell am I supposed to do with one-way love? Well, I already love myself. How much? Okay, and that's what the cups talk about. I already love myself. I gave you my other cups. Where's your share? What's the Queen of Swords here, please? I think you're starting to realize, Capricorn, and you do have another offer. You do have an option. You could. Somebody here feels exactly the same way you do. Exactly. You can easily get into a partnership. I see it clearly, right? And this could be wish fulfillment or desire. And I don't know if you're trying to debate whether it's lust or love, because maybe this person, you had put them, on the side burner for a while while you were trying to complete your healing process. And then as you're coming out of the healing process, you're like, wait, there might actually be love here. Try to think of it from a different perspective. You can go towards your wish fulfillment and your desires. There is somebody here with the Two of Cups. What is the Wheel of Fortune, please? Clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Six of Cups and the Hermit card. Hold on a second, guys. Everything rolls. Oh my goodness. I'm like a hot mess. All right, let's do this. The Queen of Pentacles, that's you. That's your energy, being nurturing, loving, kind, caring, stable force. Someone in regards to your past that you now have to think about and make that wise decision. This, my friends, is a test. Are you going to repeat this pattern? Because the universe tried to eclipse it for you. Are you eclipsing it back? I don't know, because you're going to make a judgment call. But knowing you will probably end up doing the right thing anyway. Even if it hurts. You'll do it. You'll heal, and then boom, love in your face. I see it coming anyway. After this week. These are energies that are going to come in quick and leave quick. The negative stuff I'm talking about. Let me see what we're reading about in the extended. Those of you who want a single purchase, the link is down below. My memberships, there's another video clip explaining the membership process. I didn't want to take it up for the people who are not interested in hearing it. But this is what we do in the extended. We deep dive with tarot on this. New love was just sitting there. Just sitting there. I'm going to... In the extended video, I'm going to pull again and see what happens if it comes out. But, yes, it is safe for you to love. Do not be scared. Do not be scared. Capricorn, Two of Cups is here for you. I see it coming in. Feel free to open up. When you do, the bond will happen here for you. I want to read from Moonology because, the moon phases this month have been absolutely bonkers. And I'm just feeling this deck today for Capricorn, please. What's going on here for Capricorn? This is too many, friends. I only want one. One more shuffle. I only want one for Capricorn, please. Thank you. And that is it. Have faith in your dreams. Waxing crescent moon. Let me hear the messages. Have faith. Waxing crescent moon. Don't give up. Oh, I already like this out of the gate. Don't give up. The situation you're asking about is still taking shape. You're nowhere near the end of the story. Whatever is happening now is just a step along the way. As they say in self-help classics, everything will be okay in the end. And if it's not okay, it's not the end. However, the waxing crescent moon card is a reminder that you must still keep working towards whatever it is that you truly want. If you can't take practical steps, spend time meditating on the question you're asking about and allow your higher self to download information to you about your best next steps, the tools I was talking about at the beginning of the video, your intuition. Overall, this card suggests that you have every reason to be hopeful for a very positive outcome to the situation you're asking about. So please do keep faith, Capricorn. All right, guys, that's what I have for you this week. I hope you enjoyed it. Tune in to next week. Members, I'll see you over there. Extended, I'll see you there too.